Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Aurora Online Classes. Dear students, I am here with a new poem for you, and the name of the poem is The Snake Trying. And The Snake Trying is by W. Ross. He was a very famous Canadian poet, he was from Canada. Dear students, this is a free verse, means there is no rhyme scheme in this poem, that is why it is a free verse. And this is a very short poem, but it has a very deep meaning. The Snake Trying by W. Ross brings out the irony that human beings try to kill the snake just because of fear of death by its poisonous bite. And we all know that the fear of death is common to one and all. The poet wants to underline the fact that all snakes are not poisonous. The water snake is often harmless. The poet in this poem talks about a water snake. And this snake did not be hit and killed. It's a beautiful creature and has much right to live as we have. So it's also a living being, and we should not kill the snake. All snakes are not poisonous. Now what happens? The snake trying to escape the pursuing stick with sudden curvings of thin, long body, how beautiful and graceful are its shapes. He glides through the water away from the storm. What happens? In fact, the poet sees a beautiful water snake, and this snake was lying on the sand. But this snake is not poisonous. The snake was lying on the sand. The snake was not poisonous. It was a water snake. But someone is chasing the snake with a someone is chasing this snake with a stick. Means someone wants to hit this snake. Someone wants to kill this snake. The snake trying to escape, and that is why the snake, by sensing the danger, the snake curves its thin long body. The snake curves its thin long body because it is being chased by someone, and someone is chasing this snake to kill it with a stick. That is why, in order to save its life, the snake escapes from there by curving its thin long body. And by curving its thin long body, the snake tries to escape at once. Then it glides through. Glides means moves. It moves through the water very gracefully. The poet says this snake is very graceful, very attractive, very beautiful. He glides, he moves through the water. The snake moves through the water very gracefully, very beautifully, and it will go through the water and hide into the reeds. Reeds is a plant, water plant, marsh plants. The poet says, "Oh, let him go. Don't kill this snake. Let this snake go over the water into the reeds to hide." The poet tells him not to kill the snake. The poet asks him not to kill the snake and to let this snake go into the water. Small and go into the water to hide it. Reeds is a water or marsh plants with thick stems. So actually this snake, the color of the snake is green, small and green. He is harmless even to children. The poet says this snake is a very small snake. This snake is a very small snake, and it is of green color. So the color of the snake is green and it looks beautiful and graceful. How does the snake look? The snake looks beautiful and graceful. It is harmless. It cannot cause harm to anyone. It is so harmless that even it cannot it is so harmless that it cannot bite even the children. So this small creature attracts the poet, who feels that the snake is harmless even to children. The snake is harmless even to children. The snake cannot bite it. So the poet wants to say that all snakes are not poisonous, and we don't have any right to kill any creature, even if it is a snake, without any reason. So the poet tells us that the snake should be allowed to go through the water and hide itself among the reeds along the sea, sand, and he lay still, observed, and chased away, and now he vanishes in the ripples. Then the snake goes into the water. It goes into the water. It goes through the water. He vanishes. He means the snake is personified here. Vanishes means disappear. The snake disappears from there in the ripples of the water among the green slim reeds. So actually the snake is trying to escape to save its life, as someone is chasing the snake with that stick. So the poet has a very good message to all of us, that when we talk about the theme of this poem, we come to know that all creatures love life. Life is precious and no one wants to lose it. So anyone, a human being or animal, a bird, sensing danger, at once takes an initiative to be safe, and everybody has the right to be safe and secure. In the poem, someone throws a stick at a small and green snake in water, and the snake understands the danger. And when the snake understands the danger, the snake glides, it moves away very fast, hurriedly, I would say, towards the reeds, towards the marsh plants, to hide itself. It shows how life is precious even to a snake. So the poet, when we talk about the message of the poet conveys this poem conveys the message that we should be kind, we should be compassionate towards animals. We should not be cruel, especially out of irrational fear of certain animals like snakes. We should keep in mind that all snakes are not poisonous. We should always keep in mind that all snakes are not poisonous. Even those snakes who are poisonous need not be attacked and killed if we are not in danger of being bitten. What happens when we feel that we are in danger of being bitten by a snake? Then we attack. We should avoid it. They have also the right to live, because they are the creatures, and all the creatures have the right to live here. God is the creator. God has created all the creatures, and each of them has has the right to live, and each one of them should be safe, should be secure. So dear students, today I have taught this chapter to you, the snake trying, and thus this lesson comes to its end. So we should try to understand that we should not kill the snakes, because life is common to all. Everybody loves to live, and we should respect the life. We should respect the lives of all creatures. Thank you very much, dear. This poem is a free verse. This poem doesn't have any set rhyme pattern. This poem doesn't have any set rhyme scheme. So the poem without any rhyme scheme is called free verse. Thank you very much. This is the end of the poem, and that's all for today. Thank you.